The iPod Nano 6th generation was the last iPod Nano to be introduced by Steve Jobs directly. Introduced in September of 2010, discontinued in September of 2012. This was the first iPod Nano to have a new design because up until then, it's always been some kind of variation between the click wheel design, whether it be something like the first or second generation design or the fourth and fifth generation design. They had no touchscreen displays. They only used the click wheel for the actual user interface. Meanwhile, this introduced a new touchscreen display. It also lost out on some features which was previously introduced with the 5th generation, such as video playback, video recording with a built-in camera, and also the capabilities of iPod games. But even though it lost out on those features, this new redesign introduced a lot of its own. With its 240 by 240 touchscreen display, it has a new custom OS which is made to look like iOS, but it's not the real iOS. Now, even though it has some built-in applications, what you see is basically what you get. You had the options between 8 or 16 gigabytes, as well as a variety of different colors. This was also the first and only iPod Nano to have the clip on the back, which is more common with the shuffle models. Now, in front of me here, I have two blue models as well as a silver, but they were also available in graphite, green, orange, pink, and product red. Weighing in at only 0.74 ounces, it's a very compact iPod, and it's essentially like an evolution of the 4th generation. So even though it still has a similar design, it obviously has the touchscreen instead of a click wheel. And we do, of course, have actual physical buttons, but it's been reduced down to volume up and down, as well as a sleep-wake button. And despite its compact design, it still has a fully featured 30-pin port, as well as a headphone jack. Now, this iPod doesn't have Bluetooth, but the next generation, the 7th gen, did introduce Bluetooth. Now, even though this isn't really a Retina display, because it is smaller and it does have a smaller pixel density, the icons themselves do appear to be pretty sharp. That is, when you actually see them. And it also features a built-in FM tuner, which was previously introduced in the 5th generation, so despite having a smaller size, it's still able to maintain that functionality, and it uses the headphone cable as an antenna. And thanks to the fitness app, it's able to track your steps with a built-in pedometer. And even though it was a big departure from the pre-existing designs, it's honestly a pretty cool iPod. And just like the tagline for this iPod says, it's a new way to nano. If you enjoyed this crash course on iPod Nano history, then consider leaving this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see even more content about old iPods and old Apple devices, then consider subscribing. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.